Okay, I'm going to replace the headlight housings on this 2015 Hyundai Sonata. Got brand new housings here. So, ratchet, 10 millimeter, 12 millimeter, Phillips, trim panel tool, and a flathead. Let's get to it. One of the first things that we need to do is pop this trim here. So these are, so if you see these spin, take a screwdriver, put a screwdriver under, just like that. Okay. So easiest thing I find is to back them out just a little bit. Okay, so we have all these out. Let's set them to the side. All right, so down here, we're gonna have, you'll have 1, 2, 3 trim screw clips here. Mine is missing 2. I think the previous owner that had this car, you know, the little tabs are broken off. So you'll need to take them out. You do have a 10 millimeter here. So I have one 10 millimeter there. Underneath, there's going to be a series of 10 millimeter bolts underneath. Loosen those up. All right, there's going to be 5 of these bolts, and these are just attaching the bumper to the bottom of the car. There's a little skid plate, you know, little skid plate there. So the next thing, we need to pop this bumper off. So it's relatively easy. Just grab right in here, pop it just like that. come back in here, pop it just like that, come in here, pop it just like that. And that's all the space that you need. We don't need to remove the whole bumper. You can remove the whole bumper if you want. We can even give it a little bit more, and that's why we removed these clips up here. So next you're gonna have a 13 or a 10 millimeter here, 10 millimeter here, and a 12 millimeter there. You'll see these little, I don't know what you call them, these little channels here. They fit into the front of the bumper. You'll see when we take the front of the car. We'll see when we take this out. So we want to undo our plug, tuck that guy out of the way, and work the headlight forward, and it'll pop out. And then kind of want to watch it right in here. Careful that you don't damage anything. Move it forward and you can lift it out. You can see on the old headlights we have these little channels here, and they fit around these indents here. Not sure if you can see that very well. Have in pieces here and here that fit into here. This goes into there, just like that. So now we have the passenger side or the driver's side headlight out. All right, so let's go ahead and this out of the way. We don't want to take it off completely. It's good enough to keep us from getting scratched. So go ahead and finagle this in there, just like that. Fit right in there. Make sure that's on top of there. And work. All right, we got the new headlight in. So go ahead and put our 12 millimeter back in here. 10 millimeter back in there. Our other 10 millimeter there. Plug our plug in right there. Headlight's nice and tight. And we'll leave that plastic on there until we're done. Go ahead and leave this. Pull this up on there. What we want to do is start in here, set that in just like that. That pop back in. We will get our other 10 millimeter. Put this back in here. This one might be a little bit tricky. And the next step on your car would be to put these clips back in, but the previous owner, they must have bumped something or hit something in the road or whatever, and it broke off on this side. And there we go. The driver's side is in. So let's go ahead and do the passenger side. And the passenger side is going to be the same procedure as the driver's side. So we have the 10 millimeter set that guy up there. And now we have the headlight loose, but we need to pop this bumper loose here. Now we can pop that out. And you see we got the same space like we had in there before. Go ahead and unplug our light. We see the same thing here. This one will kind of finagle its way out. We have the same thing. We have these little things here that go on here. Plastic up just a little bit so that we don't scratch anything while we're putting it in there. Tilt it at an angle. Over here. Check that. There she is. All right. Make sure that it's on. Make sure that it fits in the channel. $12mm there. 10mm there. And on this one, put our other 10mm. Okay, tighten up our 12mm here. While we're right here, go ahead and plug our plug in. Like that. Fit our bumper back. Again, we're going to lift it up into that channel. Up, pop it in. And there we go. So we got the 3 clips that we're going to put in there. But first, we're going to put this 10mm guy in there. And these, just pull them out far enough that you can compress those. Stick them in, push the screw in. So you can take these and kind of push them in, and as you're spin it and stick it in there, and I'll go right in. All right. And the final step is we're going to put these 10mm bolts back in under the bumper. So now we just got to go ahead and pop these clips back in. All right, there we go. brand new headlights. I hope this helped, and if you have any questions, comments, leave them below.